guys, it's Rachel here with Senza Tempo Cane Corso. Wanted to film our reintroduction. Batista, no! Batista, no! Back over here. Wanted to do the reintroduction of Blondie into the pack. She's no longer in heat. Thank goodness. Yep. Good night. Everybody's pooping. It's just a poop festival here. Good Lord. Savannah, go get the poop cleaner upper thingy. Okay. Beautiful Batista. I know a lot of people asked about his throat latch, if he was going to grow into it. Well, he already has a lot. You can see Preacher has one too. It blends in a little bit more because his is black. But he definitely has that looseness in the neck too. All of them do. They see there? His collar's kind of even holding it up. So, you know, one of the things I noticed is Blondie actually has good length, which is something that's very rare in the Corso community right now. A lot of Corso are actually square. So, Batista has really good length too. So does Admiral and Belladonna. They've all really got good length. The one I have that's the worst is, and she's not like, you know, super horrible, but just as far as being honest, Velocity is the most square dog that I have currently. So they're getting into that water that it rained earlier, into that pool. So thank goodness she's, you know, a vet tried to get me so that on these dogs, when they're young, their vulvas are tucked, where you can't see it, that little pointy part down at the bottom on her. That's tucked up underneath it and it's hidden. This one vet tried to get me to do this surgery to remove the skin that was hiding it. And I told the guy, I was like, no, I was like, when these dogs go into heat, for the first time, that actually goes away. And he didn't believe me. And there it is. So, it's funny. Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a bird in the sky. There's a bird in the sky. Preacher don't like that bird.
Let's get the bird.
Pretty boy. You never know.
You skin him.
You never know, Preacher.
Oh, Blondie's a galloping.
Oh, look at Liberty trying to get tough.
Jesus, her bark. I didn't recognize her bark.
Yeah, I've never heard that. I've never heard her bark like that before.
Look at Blondie.
Yeah, she's being funny.
She's like, damn.
Well, look at Cashmere. Look at Cashmere.
I thought there was another dog on her property for a second. I was like, who's barking my ear?
That's so funny, man.
Batista, really?
Tell you what, that's the first time I think Buddy ever quieted down. Oh my god. That is so funny. I guess Buddy figured it ain't worth it. Or as some of you know, we call him Sir Barks a lot. His owner, I will say though, he has gone out of his way to help in quieting him. I mean, he really has. He's gone out of his way. I cannot fault the man. You know what I mean? So he's just done a phenomenal job at getting on to him and even creating like barriers and trying to create ways for him not to be able to run the fence and bark at us all the time. It's just been very, he's really tried his hardest. So I cannot fault the man for that. There's my other one. I swear. Mm-hmm. That was Alex? Yeah, I don't doubt it. Mm-hmm. Hey, pretty boy, Admiral. Admiral. So beautiful. Oof. I hope I got that. Her structure was on point just then. Golly, Fess, man. She's really built very well. Y'all just wait. Wait to see Belladonna. I'm a little worried because I haven't received her papers yet, I'll be honest with you. And they keep telling me that they're going to come in, but as a breeder, I know how long it takes to send in papers. So in that regard, it's a little worrisome, but trying to hold the faith and or keep the faith and hope that they do come through with the papers. But as of now, I have not received her papers, and I have asked about them quite a bit. So we'll see what happens.
Who said you could run up the stairs?
So that's the tarp we're going to put up. We're going to take that tarp right there, and whenever we want to do the puppy time, which is going to be soon, I also got the green artificial grass, whatever that turf is. I got AstroTurf, I think it's called. I got that for the front porch. So I'm going to I put puppy pads underneath it, and then I put the turf down, and then I'll use that tarp over there to block the sun, and that way the puppies can come out and enjoy some outside time away from the heat.
It is starting to get hot now, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But they're
So,
getting big.
yeah, they are. Oh yeah, they're getting big, all right. That they are.
Blondie, where are you going?
Is that everybody? Everybody hiding under there? Come on, get out of there. Quit digging, let's go. Come on, get out of there. Let's go. Come. Hurry. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, sorry you guys. My camera shut off because apparently it was too hot outside, even though it's like not even that hot outside. So this phone is weak. Can I just go ahead and say that I'm very unimpressed with my Note 9? They've really lost me as a customer. Like I'm just gonna be looking for something else. The screen on it is like discolored from watching too much YouTube, I guess. And even though it's, you know, a device that is designed for media consumption, that's why it's so big. And they just made it really hard to multitask with. Like, you know, the split screen function really sucks now. And I've had to like call support to find out how to do things, which is extremely, extremely uncommon for me. Like I'm a very tech savvy person combined with extremely stubborn. So I genuinely do not like having to ask for help. I like to figure things out on my own. And I literally had to go through all the crap of calling them and asking them how to do things on the phone because they had changed it from the last one and just made it so like non-user friendly. Just not at all, what was the word I would use? Like not at all intuitive. So yeah, I'm over it. I hardly use my S Pen anymore anyway. So I think I'm gonna go look at a Pixel or like something like that. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comment section if you know of a really good phone that is best for video, because that's what I use this for. So anyway, just a thought on that. I'm feeding these girls right here. Somebody asked me what I feed my dogs. I feed them Munster. Let's see here. Right there. Yeah, so perfect balance. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, perfect balance. But everyone's doing good. I need to clean up in here. My floors are just a wreck. It's impossible. It's hay. It's hay and it's those pine shavings. I put the pine shavings in the puppy box now, so they're just getting everywhere, unfortunately. They get all over Cashmere, and then she comes running out of there like a bat out of double hockey sticks, and she just leaves, as you can see, a trail of pine shavings. Like every day, no matter what I do, I clean it, and it's right back. So yeah, it sucks. The struggle's real, y'all. So. God. Very clear communication. Stay away from my rubber bone. Oh my gosh, she's so funny. Look at her. Hey, Coyotes. Hey, Coyotes. Everybody eating except for Preacher. Preacher, you hungry? Are you hungry? Pretty boy. Yes, you are. You're hungry. Savannah, do you mind getting his food? I fed everybody else. Thank you. 5 cups of the blue one. By the way, y'all, I've been feeding this dog the ocean fish or whatever variety from Munster, but then I watched this documentary on, it's called like Salmon Confidential or whatever, and I'm no longer feeding any of my dogs any kind of fish products. Like, that's just the end of it. No way, shape, or form. If you've got your dog on some kind of fish formula, be very careful about that. Just do your research on it. Not very cool at all. Look at the Salmon Confidential thing, because and I want to say it's like about Canada, but it covers fish from like everywhere, so it's not just a Canada thing. Don't think of it that way, but it's very, very, very bad. You know, just be very careful about what you're feeding your dogs. Be very careful if you're feeding them any kind of fish oil. Make sure that you know where it's coming from, that it's wild, and even then, you know, I would even be careful. Yeah, do your research. Very scary out there. It really sucks, man. I just have to say that. It really sucks that every time you turn around, something you're feeding your dogs is unhealthy. And it just seems like there's no real place to find, you know, healthier foods for dogs. Unless you do it yourself, unless you raise it yourself. And then on top of it, raising it yourself, well, then you have to grow your own food for that animal too. Because then, you know, it's just as bad. You've now entered it back into that chemical chain. So very scary stuff, man. Very scary stuff. If I had the time, I would, you know, I would literally create a small farm just to feed my dogs and my small family. But I just don't, you know, I'm only one person, you know what I mean? My daughter is another person, but she's a teenager. So as many of you know, it means that she ain't got time for it, you know. And I make her, don't get me wrong, I do. But the struggle is real. And so... you know what I mean? It's much easier when you have, you know, like a partner to help you, that kind of thing, like a lot of people that do that kind of thing do. So anyway.
She needs a Tennessee man.
Oh, Lord.
I made that song up myself.
I think we can tell, sweetheart. Whoa! Whoa! Cashmere done checked her. And that little dog tried to get rowdy with Cashmere. She tried to get tough. Oh, wait, that's not... I swear to God, I can't even tell the difference between him and Belladonna. That's Admiral. That's Admiral. Yeah, she ran him off. Psst, Admiral, get out of it. Don't let him chew on that. I know, poor Velocity. Ooh, she's gonna snatch him up.
He just grabbed her toy.
Oh my God, he did. He did not care. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Cashmere, where's your bone?
Let's get the bone. Let's get the bone, Cashmere.
By the way, if you notice, Cashmere's had like a watery eye lately. I think I need to take her to the vet and see if she's got some kind of eye infection or something. So I just noticed it. What? Probably because I'm watching her so closely.
Cashmere, what's that bone? Right there. Cashmere.
She probably thinks I'm gonna get mad at her.
Velocity, quiet down in there. Cashmere, what's the bone? Get the bone.
She's looking for it. Hold on. See, she got confused between them two. Oh, she's gonna push him off the bone. Look, he moved over to the side a bit, so he's chewing on the edge of it now. Now he moved off of it. Look, she put her foot on it. She claimed it. She growled. She walked away. Made it very clear. The reason she growled even after he gave it up, and when he turned his head to the side, that's what he was. He was giving up. Look at him, tail up. Ooh, super dominant guy. So, so the reason that she growled at him even after was to make it very clear to him, and don't you think about doing that again. You know what I mean? She was communicating to him very clearly, you stay off my stick, you know, stay off my toy.
He's still watching.
Oh yeah, he is. Look at that. Look at that, eyeballing her, tail up. I tell you what, he keeps looking for her, and he's gonna find her, and he's not gonna like it.
The minute
So,
he gets bigger than her, he's gonna be taking her toy.
mm-hmm. But I tell you what, though, he'll learn respect, and that's what's important. As long as they learn it when they're young, then they become gentlemen when they're older. But it takes learning how the pack, you know, works.
How to respect women.
Yeah, how to respect women.
He's not respecting women.
And he'll learn. They'll teach him.
Velocity, quiet. He's gonna get off of me.
Oh, Lord. He loves you. Oh my God, she's so loud. Poor Velocity.
Blondie, baby girl.
Yeah, poor Velocity. It's not her fault, but I think a lot of times you'll hear about like heat, like when females will heat sink, and that's where they will actually like their heat cycles within a pack of dogs or whatever will sync up together here, and so I believe that's what happened, is that Velocity was just, there was so many dogs in heat here for so long. I've had females in heat here since January, from the very first female that we bred Preacher to, and then Velocity went into heat, and then Midnight went into heat, or no, Cashmere went into heat, and then Midnight went into heat, and then Blondie went into heat, and then, so it's just crazy. So, you know, I think it just did whack on her, and so anyway, so she's back in heat again, so it sucks for her. She's very upset about it. So, but I will say, I let her stay out for a pretty big portion of her heat. And so she shouldn't have to be put up for as long. So what is that? No. Admiral. Psst. Psst. That's bad. That's bad. Psst. No. So he knows the sound now. Yep, it's taking him a little bit, but he knows the sound. He respects the sound. He's not like, he's dominant, but he's not like, I wouldn't say he's like a jerk or anything, you know what I mean? I'm sure he'll go through that stage, as all young, you know, adults do. They all, when they get to be around Batista's age, you know, they just go through, or like my daughter's age, they just go through this stage where they, defiant, you know what I mean? And then they come out of it, so. Yes, she is pretty. You're a pretty girl, Blondie.
Blondie.
You're a pretty girl. Yeah, you are. You're a pretty girl. Yeah, hello. 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 Yes, hello, Liberty. Hello.
Blondie.
Oh, baby. What is your baby? What is your baby?
Her coat's all falling
Bunga,
off
bunga,
right now.
bunga, bunga. With your big old long face. Little big old long face.
Blondie.
Looking like a Malinois.
Batista, you're gonna get in trouble. Look at her getting up on it. She's like, excuse me, sir. Blondie, come here. Hey, really?
She's got some hammies on her, though, I tell you what.
Look at him.
Thickness.
She's gonna get really mad.
She's not in heat anymore, so.
No, I know, but she's gonna get mad at him.
Poor baby girl. I need to get your eyeball checked out. I do.
Blondie, come here. Now. Come on, baby girl. Yes, she's a pretty girl. Blondie. Batista, go away, bro. This is just me. Look how serious Blondie gets on her.
Oh yeah, she does. She takes kisses very seriously.
Did you see how like serious she got?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me? She's like, that's my mama.
Mm-hmm.
Who's working at Cashmere?
She's giving him a lot of warnings. So she tensed her body up, ears really erect.
Kind of staring.
Yeah, she's kind of doing a stare. Like she was waiting for him to make a mistake because she was going to tag him. That's why he didn't. That's why he didn't. He was like, okay, not today, not right now.
It's like, okay, Blondie.
Queen bee over here with her rubber bone.
Blondie, come here. Kisses.
All the puppies dancing around it. Savannah, are you going to feed this poor dog? Are you going to feed that poor preacher?
You didn't tell me how much.
Yeah, I did. I literally told you 4 cups of the blue.
You said 5.
Nah, well, because that's the wrong cup. We don't have the right cup right now. Oh, they're ripping him up. See? And now you know why that flap of skin is good. So on the neck there, you'll see any animal that's used to protect their farm from like wolves and feral dogs, things like that. It's a really good benefit to have that loose skin there. And the reason for that is because when an animal comes in to attack, they get a mouthful of skin and they just have to sit there and shake that skin, and they don't actually get to any of the vital organs or the meat of the dog. And then it also gives the dog flexibility to then move their head and get a bite that they wouldn't have normally been able to have gotten if they had that real tight skin. Hold on one second. Okay. I had to tell Velocity to be quiet. She gets a little out of her mind and just starts going absolutely crazy. Yeah. So we've hey, quiet down, Velocity. So she sounds, honestly, she sounds like a velociraptor. That's what we say. And she like chirps, you know what I mean? She has all those chirps and those screams, and yeah, it's anyway, we call it Chirp Nation. If you're a part of the Chirp Nation, do hashtag Chirp Nation. That's for Velocity. If you like Velocity, then you're part of the Chirp Nation. So, and then we know that you watched till the end of the video, because I know this is super long, but I just wanted to show you guys what it's like bringing one of the dogs back into the pack. So we've got Blondie here, and she's good. So, and I'll even do a video of her and Midnight. I'll bring Midnight out later. So it'll be a doozy today. There'll be quite a few videos today. So yay for you guys. But I just want to be able to document as much of this as I can for you guys. So anyway, hope you guys have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.